Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And as you guys have most likely already seen, XRP has been doing wonderfully today. Little clap for everybody in the XRP community, and I guess also in Bitcoin and everything else, because the entire crypto market is doing amazing today. And if you're wondering why, hey, why is that so? Honestly, for Bitcoin, we have a pretty good idea, right? This bounce was pretty logical, and we overcame a critical resistance, and that led us to get a little bit of a pump going. For XRP, however, if you really are wondering why has this pump happened all of a sudden, the only explanation I can give is that it's similar to Bitcoin, where there's a major resistance which it overtook, and from that point on forward, it just surged towards a next very important or critical resistance at roughly 40 cents. But that's basically all. We try to look at everything. We try to look at on-chain. And every single thing you can think of, we try to look at it for XRP. Was there anything specific that could have pumped this price more than Bitcoin? Or make it so that it's the best performer out of the top 25? Because that's currently the spot. XRP has performed the best in the entire top 25. But honestly, there's no good explanation for it. There just absolutely isn't. XLM, basically an XRP derivative in a certain sense because, well, they're pretty similar. It's not acting that good today. It's up about 5% or so, which is a little bit better than Bitcoin, but significantly worse than XRP. We can't also state that all altcoins are doing good because VeChain is up 5% and Ethereum is only up roughly 0.5, signaling that no, it's not a big altcoin push. What we can say, however, is that maybe, people are finally starting to realize the power of all of this. Because I keep telling y'all, a lot of this stuff don't make no sense. What am I talking about? Well, if you start to look right now at all these things regarding the SEC, specifically regarding Coinbase, for example, or what we saw Sherman post recently, where he basically wants crypto exchanges to be liable for trading these so-called crypto securities, where Gary Gensler and the SEC are going after Coinbase only, and Sherman is like, nope, grab all of them that have traded XRP in the past, even though no conclusion by the SEC, no conclusion by a judge has been made thus far. They want to round them all up. Maybe, maybe. People are starting to realize that this is all one big facade. Well, one big charade. One big piece of garbage-ass nonsense. All right? We have John Deaton. Important note regarding secondary market sales of XRP. You don't need to read all of this. All you need to know is that right now the SEC is trying to say, hey, you ever sold or bought XRP? Well, bam, right? You're basically in the wrong. You basically should be... Never. I want to say something really heavy, but let's kind of dim it down. Maybe one little pit of fire. I want to say the SEC wants you to be, dangling there, but maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Let's just say that they don't have the best intentions for all of us. I do, however, all right? I have the best intentions for every single person watching. Having said that, if you have the best intentions for every single person on Earth, I don't know what else to say. Make sure you press that like button. Why? Well, because that's nice. It helps the video out, puts a smile on my face, and yeah, that's about it, I think. Can't really say more than that. And also, if you're looking for a place to trade this crypto, be careful with trading crypto, but links are down below for the ones that I personally use, and some crazy bonuses can be gotten. Let's go on for a bit though, guys. I've been reading so much John Deaton literature, it feels like recently. It's just absolutely crazy when you start to get into it. Really, these uncertainties that have been given to XRP holders are nasty, in the sense that we don't know exactly whether or not the SEC is really trying to protect us or not. You might come out and say, well, clearly they're trying to attack you, right? Yeah, but the core principle of the SEC is to protect U.S. investors. It literally says it right there. You can't see it perfectly. The SEC protects investors, maintains fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and facilitates capital formation. I don't want to say that they're lying in writing, but at the end of the day, that doesn't seem to be what they're doing, right? Yet that's literally the mission. So there's one thing wrong. Then we could go further by stating, well, Coinbase, for example, earlier said, we have a very rigorous approach for listing a token. And we remember in 2017-18, when XRP went on its spree of just gaining in terms of price, a lot of it was regarding a hyped announcement of Coinbase thinking of listing XRP. And the day XRP hit its all-time high, Coinbase said, nope, we're not planning to list XRP at all. And that's when things crashed again. At that point, Coinbase didn't make up the decision from like, okay, the SEC thinks we're fine to list it. Eventually they did though, and then eventually they didn't again. Now, there's an inherent wrong there. Either the Coinbase approach, which was regulated or at least approved by the SEC, was I guess wrongly approved or wrongly looked at for a long time by the SEC, which means that Coinbase had a wrong policy, or Coinbase kind of got tickled on the butt a little bit, got manipulated by the SEC, and they took it off anyway, even though that was literally against the SEC's own policy and whatnot. But here's John Dean again. All right, Gensler files publicly available records detailing Gary Gensler's current wealth over $100 million and key public calendar entries while SEC chairman, and the story mostly is about the fact that Gary Gensler, a lot of the controlling money, I guess, with the companies that are controlling that, I guess, or helping with that, he wants to meet up with those. But then when it comes to 70,000 XRP holders, which again, the SEC's core mission is to protect, he's like, that ain't where my bread is. I don't want to meet you, you stupid ass piece of garbage. That's basically what came out. It feels like. So Gary refuses to meet with 69,000 XRP holders caught in the crossfire of the SEC versus Ripple case. He wouldn't meet with crypto companies last year. He won't meet with Congress, but he meets 7 times with a company that controls 90% of his wealth. Absolute disgrace. I mean, I think honestly that at some point or another, there's going to be one big headline on New York Times or a Wall Street Journal, whatever. Pick a place. SEC scandal, in the same sense that Pelosi is having those big articles right now. Gary Gensler or the entire SEC unit disbanded for running an internal insider trading scheme or conflict of interest, $1 or $7 billion illegal operation or something like that. Just my thoughts, not confirmed. It's a shame Gary and SEC enforcement director, etc., don't ask for an investigation into human conflicts. Indeed, they don't care about appearances of impropriety. It's unfortunate because it's a disservice to the good men and women that work at the SEC that deserve the public's confidence. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Now, by the way, I should quickly mention this. If you are an XRP trader, and this is a critical thing, you have about a day and a half more to actually make use of this. But apparently, Buybit has a crazy action right now going on, and I should have shared this more because honestly, it's the best giveaway airdrop thing they've ever done, in my opinion. So you only have to trade $3,000 worth, and in my own belief, that can be $10 traded 300 times. But all right. And if you trade it $3,000 worth of XRP3L, which is the 3 times leverage version of XRP, but as a spot pair, you can get between $10 and $500. And as I've stated before, there will be some fees involved with trading something. Keep that in mind. But I'm honestly thinking, if you put the freaking wagon on this one and trade $3,000 worth, and you get between $10 and $500 randomly, that's one of the best deals ever. That is literally huge. It's the biggest bonus or money they've ever given away for, it's 1/6 of the money that you trade you can get for free. That's crazy. And regarding my earlier statements, take a look at what Library says. So for any of you that do not know, Library is also in a lawsuit with the SEC, and they let go an interesting statement earlier today. Not actually today, 2 days ago. Our opening offer for a settlement is the complete abolition of the SEC and 10 years in jail for Gary Gensler. And now before we conclude this video, guys, I still want to let you all know I'm still ridiculously bullish on XRP from a couple of different perspectives. There's quite a lot of things in the near future that are happening that I think can increase the price drastically. We obviously have the settlement / conclusion of the lawsuit, which I think will be in Ripple's favor. There's a small chance it won't be, but if it won't be, then I think entire crypto space is just going to collapse a little bit. So I'm just going to bet on the fact that it will, which is why XRP is right now the biggest part of my portfolio. Surprise. Once we get a settlement / conclusion, we have the relistings, right? It's going to be a big party, but all right, we have the relistings. A lot of exchanges are going to be like, made a mistake. Please, can we get XP back on there? Or something along those lines. And you shouldn't forget, this is a very important one. That might actually be escalated a little bit because Coinbase right now is being investigated for having XRP on there, but also for having all those other currencies on there. That little process is going to roll a little bit quicker than anybody could have thought, The whole exchanges are under pressure. Yeah, hey. Yeah, it's happening already, all right? It happening already. Then we, of course, have XRP's utility, which is the article you have in front of y'all. It's not as if Ripple's been sitting still, within the last year and a half after they've been sued or anything. It's not as if the progress hasn't been made. It has been. It's just that it's been suppressed partially by the SEC's shenanigans. And then we obviously have all the crazy things that have yet to come. One of the things could be what happens in a big bull market, like, for example, the NFT run, or things that we don't yet really know too much about. We, for example, got a new feature for XRP Ledger where actually sort of smart contracts become available. Maybe this bull run, that's going to be the big thing for XRP. We don't know yet. But honestly, guys, I'm very excited about this project. It's one of my biggest holds, as I've said a dozen times before, and I'll most likely keep holding for a ridiculously long time because, well, yeah, I like it a lot. Let it be known to all of y'all that I like this crypto a lot. I'm not giving up. If anybody thinks, hey, this Dusty dude, why does he not talk about XRP so much? I try to diversify a little bit of the news on my channel. Honest truth. I try to kind of diversify whatever to talk about, purely to kind of spread more different messages to all of y'all, if you guys ain't in my drift. But I'm probably most bullish on XRP if you look at a 1 year time frame, even though there's going to be a countless amount of crypto that will outperform. But XRP is one of my best picks in terms of certainty against the gains is also going to bring if it actually gets there. But yeah, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you press the like button. If you're an XRP holder, let me know down below in the comment section. And adios, amigos. Have a nice freaking day.